Hey, seekers and lightworkers, namaste. Danielle Vidya here with the Holistic Harmony Tribe YouTube channel, back with an energy report for the month of August of 2019. So I've had a lot of people asking me specifically about the energy for this month. I have a live meditation happening this evening. However, if you're not able to make it, then I'm recording this message for you. And even if you were at the meditation and you choose to watch this later, just as a refresh or another time in the future, that's always really, really highly suggested, actually. I would say that now is a good time for those of us that have either been following this channel or are new to it to really go back and check out all of the videos and energy reports for the whole year from January till now, because there's been eclipses and other things that have really caused a lot of culmination of things that are related to one another, that are cycling through and coming back. So it's super important to revisit those things because there may be some pieces to the puzzle that you're able to digest a little bit better now, that while you were going through those shifts and changes, weren't really able to see it clearly. So that will just really help bring you up to speed and maybe give you a little more clarity on where you're at right now. So the full moon in August in Aquarius, where day 3 after the full moon actually occurred on Thursday the 15th, but we're still sitting really heavy in it 3 days before and 3 days after a full moon happens. It's pretty much the similar energy to the day of. So super strong energy that we're working with right now, all about love and control. So this month's energy is all about supporting you in manifesting your life with grace. In other words, like things are happening for you that are in your alignment kind of smoothly at this point. You've put in a lot of hard work. July was like a crazy month with a lot of tests and a lot of lessons and a lot of things revealing themselves. This month is a lot more about the pieces falling together. The new moon referring to kind of navigating which direction things should go in. And now we're at the point with this full moon where we can kind of release the control and let those things that we adjusted or, suggested to move in certain ways, how it's going to work out, because ultimately we always want what's in our highest good, and sometimes that's not exactly what we think it is or should be. So by trying to force things too much into one direction or be so nostalgic about something that doesn't exist anymore, getting hung up on not changing or being susceptible to change in the ways in which are going to elevate you to your highest good, prolonging the process. This is the energy where we're really just allowing things, the chips to fall into place, the smoke to clear, the dust to settle, and just kind of observe and see what feels right. So again, that Leo energy, all about heart energy, operating from the heart chakra specifically. So doing and saying everything that feels good, regardless of what the reaction is going to be from someone else or how it's going to be received, but really rather sticking to your authenticness and doing what feels right and not questioning it, because oftentimes we start to overthink. But what about, and why is this, feeling this way? Or, how come it doesn't look like this? Those kind of things, just really releasing that and allowing what is within your highest good to occur. So that's really fun and exciting, because oftentimes we're doing a lot of footwork to get there. This is where it really starts to pan out and pave the way. So Aquarius associated with humanity, community, how we connect and dissolve from being that individual in the spotlight, like the Leo energy, the leader, and really learning how to collaborate with unity. So again, with where you're at and what you've done, now allowing the resources that are around you to sort of elevate you to the next level that you're ready for. We're never meant to stay exactly the same. So of course, bask in the calm times when they occur or the good times when they occur, but really also allow yourself the assistance of the relationship of others to get you to that next point, because there's only so much research that you can do on your own without applying and experimenting. There's only so many books that you can read and, videos that you can watch and courses that you can take that are building the foundation of the tools that you need to get to where you want to be. But if you don't execute them in any way, then it's really difficult to learn certain aspects of the situation because there's strength in numbers and also opportunity for growth through relationships. That's what they're meant for. They're by design to show you things, sometimes to trigger things, sometimes to allow you to enjoy things better, sometimes to challenge you, sometimes to show you validation. So really collaborating with the people that are around you for support and or experiences that are going to just allow you some growth is really where we're at right now. And I think that that makes sense with the end of summer rolling around because it's like these last few weeks are the opportunities that we have for the last barbecue to spend time with family and friends, to, hit the pool or the beach. So it makes total sense that the energy that we're in this full moon would ask us to release that leadership role and bring it back to community. So that also brings me to being mindful of who you're spending your time with, because that's a pure reflection of you. If there's someone who is living the lifestyle of something that appeals to you or has something in their life that you know is a goal of yours, I would focus on spending time with those people that are going to be like-minded in those ways and allowing you to not have to reinvent the wheel to figure out how to get tools, the techniques, the tips that got them to where they are, so that you can see if those things apply to your life work for you, or if then you need to figure out something different. That's just masterminding and being in the energy and, again, just that cultivation, that culmination that, these people are bringing to the table. I have found myself a lot over the last couple of weeks reminding people to be really careful with who they're having conversations with about certain things. Oftentimes when things are plaguing us, we find it necessary or healing in a way to talk about it with people, and sometimes to a fault, kind of obsessively, or just kind of like grasping at straws, or just repeating the same kind of stuff over and over again, the conversations over and over again, which is just going to keep the energy of it right there. Again, I think that if there are people that you're seeking advice from, make sure that they have tools that are sharper than yours. So, for example, I've been using this example, the whole week with many people that I've spoken to. Would you ask someone who is struggling for money or in their professional life for advice on how to run a business? Or would you go to a business person that's running a successful business at this point in time, at the level that you think is where you would like to be, and seek advice from them? So the same can be applied when it comes to your relationships and anything else in life. Be mindful about who you're speaking to about these things, and make sure that they're modeling it in their own life, practicing what they preach, so that that advice can be a little bit more sound for you and like applicable. It'll just save you some time and remove you out of the patterns that are keeping you exactly where you are. I think that oftentimes the people that we surround ourselves with love us so much that they mean to give us really great advice, but oftentimes it's a little bit more in the favor of supporting your feelings about it, rather than figuring out how to move away from those feelings and towards something better. So to have outside opinions about stuff, or outside of your normal circle, engaging in conversations with those people to get just a different perspective will be really helpful. So hopefully that's something that, you guys can keep in mind and use that to your advantage for the rest of this month. We have a couple of more weeks where we can really exercise this. So anything that you're really looking to try to figure out in your life, go to the source first, get the information that you need, talking directly to the person, dealing with the situation directly. And then whatever's outside of your hands that, just can't be fulfilled through that conversation, taking that to a person that has sharper tools and figuring out what the next step is. So just digesting that for a moment. This is the time where we're really fixing things because this energy is bringing it out even more that we have wanted to fix for quite a while now. This is the time where the energy is supporting us to be like, here's all the tools that I gathered. This is where I want to put it, right? Beginning of the month. Now I want to see where that energy brings me and how can I break the patterns and the cycles of the way in which I've been treating the situation. Because if I keep doing what I've always done, then I'm always going to get what I've always gotten. The only way for us to really create a new outcome is to come at it with a new energy, with a new perspective, with a new everything. The actions are different, the love behind it is different. We're always searching to remove the fear-based stuff as deeply as we can so that we can operate through love as much as we can and not getting defeated when that doesn't seem to work. It's just the next layer of healing the wound. So as deep as the wound goes is as deep as we have to search to find the answers and the healing that we need so that we're not bleeding on people that didn't cut us. And we're not using past situations as the frame of reference on how we want to handle the rest. Coming at it with a new space, a new perspective, a new love and light. Because again, that's the only way that we're going to get any different results than what we've always gotten. So if you feel like you always get treated a certain way or the end result of a relationship is always this, I can speak for my own life and experiences. All I can do every day is just live through my heart authentically. That's going to change and grow every day. I hope that I get stronger and stronger and deeper in my own healing in my life so that I can, draw and attract towards me whoever it is that's supposed to be my partner, my co-pilot, my friends, whatever it is, my students. So my philosophy is by operating through my heart as big as I can, as much as I can, and always coming from that space as often as I can, that will create the life of as much love as I can. That's just what it comes down to. So rather than coming at everything in the energy of this is just how people are, this is how women are, men are, this job is, whatever it is, really just trying to come at it with openness. Let them prove that that's where they're coming from and operating from. If you never give people the experience to grow, then you're not giving them the experience to grow. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. We're talking about using the tools and placing them in situations with people that are going to expand opportunities. So imagine if a person didn't hold a space for your growth. That's not where we're looking to be met at. I keep finding myself saying that a lot too. Operate from where you want to be met at. Don't bring yourself down to a level that you don't want to be living in. Yourself, the people that you're drawing into your life, and the experiences that you could be having. That's where we start to create levels of dimensions, right? What level am I operating from? What level am I reaching towards? The world shows up in ways that we pull towards us because of how we're operating and our energy. So it's really important to be mindful during this time to just live where you want people to find you. Create your life to be at that height. And at this point, with the way that the energy is, really allow the circumstances to reveal themselves to you. Allow people to operate from the level that they are at, not where you think they are. Think of them rising above wherever they have been, right? What's wrong with that? Think about them operating at the highest level and let them bring, the ways in which we regard them down by their actions. And if they get to a certain point, that's your threshold, that's when you stop spending time with that person, okay? That's where we're at. That's why people fall off, because the vibrations change, the frequencies don't match. If you're not gonna take the time to move away from someone who's not serving your growth anymore, then the universe will do it for you, and it will be really painful. It's usually painful either way. But again, the more we are operating with awareness, who's to say that it couldn't be a little less painful? You know, keep the hope, keep the faith. So rise above the challenges to experience the maximum growth. Don't be afraid to be different. Allow that different energy to create something that you haven't experienced before, and allow that new love, that newfound love, to shine through. That's the message for this month, guys. Let that love shine through. So again, I suggest following the other videos leading up to this so that you can see what's brought us to here, see how you can apply it to your life. Recall, spend some time. Really know that you deserve to spend some time figuring out your life. If, reading books is not for you, if watching videos is not for you, if podcasts are not for you, you got to find some way in which to kind of do your own research and your own homework in your own life if you want to build something more. So go back, journal it, write down, recall, reflect. If you can't remember what happened in March, meditate on it. This is a practice, and it has to be taken seriously enough that you make time for it. Don't attach to it being the serious practice of your life. To me, yoga, meditation, these energy reports, they're fun and they're light. Sometimes they're a little heavy in the message, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to beat myself up because I made this video about something and I didn't even take my own advice. I'm a human being too. So this message is for all of us collectively, myself included. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you don't like this video, hit the like button anyway. All right. Next time, if there's any requests or anything that you guys want to see, leave a comment below. And until we meet again, namaste.